Women versus the Workplace. What's the war really all about? By Emily Pentozzi. That's me. In this presentation, we're going to talk about women's rights in the workplace in a few different countries. We're going to focus mainly on women in the workplace in America, focusing on the three topics of pay, pregnancy, and gender roles. After that, we'll slowly move on to the workplace in India, the workplaces in the United Kingdom, and the workplace in Brazil. Women's rights in the workplace. Although women's rights have advanced a lot throughout the years, there's still a lot to be done about the inequality that women face in the workplace. Women make up 40% of the global workforce, yet they still happen to make less than their male counterparts in every country on earth. So in this presentation, you can see I have a picture of women marching with a huge sign that says equal jobs and education opportunities. Women, the workplace, and pay. 2/3 of minimum wage workers are women. Women are paid 80 cents to every dollar that men make. That's 20% less than every man. If change continues at the same slow rate as it has for the past 50 years, it will take 44 years, or until the year 2059, for women to finally reach pay equality. On this page, I have another girl with a sign that says equal positions with equal pay. Women, the workplace, and pregnancy. Women pregnant or breastfeeding have often been fired from workplaces. Pregnant women are often also denied temporary job adjustments, such as avoiding heavy lifting and sitting instead of standing. I put a nice little interesting cartoon of a woman who's pregnant sitting there and everyone's saying, "Good luck and we'll miss you." Women, the workplace, and gender roles. "Women should be mothers, not workers," was a quote that I read on one of the websites that I was doing research on. Women only make up a small percentage in male-based jobs, such as construction. I added this picture, which shows women and men, obviously, and just I found it a good representation of fighting over gender roles. Women versus the workplace, the India edition. 32% of the people who work in India are women. Women make 75 cents to every dollar a man makes. That's 25% less than every man. 40 to 80% of women who experience harassment, verbal and sexual, in the workplace. Women versus the workplace in the United Kingdom. Women make up 47.2% of the workforce in the UK. In the United Kingdom, they actually have an equal pay for women and men now. The UK is one of the most advanced countries when it comes to women's rights in the workplace. And then I put a nice little picture of the image we always see when we're thinking about women's rights, and it says the history of women's almost equal working conditions in the UK, because the UK is pretty advanced in that. Women versus the workplace, the Brazil edition. In this, I decided to put a little comparison so you can see side by side female versus male. Women represent 44% of the workforce in Brazil, while men equal 66% of the workforce. Women will do up to 22 hours a week of daily household chores, while men will only do 9.5. Women's minimum wage is 1,115, and the male's minimum wage is almost 400 Brazil dollars above that. A female's 4 hours of work is equal to 1 hour of a man's work. And on this slide, I decided to put two really good quotes that I found that represented women's rights when it comes to jobs. First one is by Drew Faust. It says, "I'm not the woman president of Harvard, I'm the president of Harvard." And over here we have Angelica Fuentes saying, "Gender equality is not just good for women, it's good for society." Altogether, although women's rights have advanced a lot throughout the years, there's still a lot to be done about the inequality women face in the workplace. There's still a lot that women and men alike can do to help advance women's rights, not only in the workplace, but also in many other aspects of life, such as education, the government, and the economy. over here, I decided to put a picture from the 2017 Women's March, which happened right after President Trump was elected. Women from all over the U.S. gathered to remind the world that the future is still female. And on this page, I have my works cited page with everything that I looked at for research on this. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.